Merry battalion, march to victory. Merry battalion, staunch and true. Merry battalion, march to glory. Take the honor of your people with you. You will march, march, march to the enemy, and will fight right to the end. For God, for King, and for country. Ooh, aki, aki, ki, aki.
So today we'll be making the legendary Bob Semple tank. But anyways, the Bob Semple tank was probably the worst tank of the war. I mean, look at it! What is this? It looks like a shipping container on wheels. But for some reason, the Bob Semple tank is only marked as the third worst tank. And for some reason, this tank is even worse. But at least this tank has an actual gun. I might be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure that tank is better than whatever that is. This tank was requested by Boy and General Mo. Now, if you don't know who General Mo is, basically he's another Army Men stop motion creator. So, yep, the first thing he requests is the Bob Semple, so, I supply. So anyways, the Bob Semple tank was a New Zealand World War II tank. And it's so terribly made, mainly because it wasn't made by the government, but more like the townspeople. So basically the townspeople just got a tractor and just stuck some metal on it. So yeah, that's basically the tank. Quote unquote tank. This tank became a meme after the war, so yeah. Without further ado, let's learn how to make this monstrosity. And also that's a World War II New Zealand song playing in the background. Yeah, you gotta fit the mood. So the first thing I made was the track area thingy. This is really easy, it's just basically a oval. And also here's a reference image. So basically right now I cut out two ovals for the tracks. And I used foam and cardboard to make them a little bit thicker. Now I start cutting out the actual base of the tank. The Bob Semple tank should be easy to make because of how square it is. I mean, it's basically just a square, isn't it? Then I glued on the track thingies and I got this. Now I made the side parts of the tank. Now honestly, the side is really misshaped. Like, why would you make a tank that has the shape of this? Anyways, I made the sides by cutting out cardboard and making this kind of outline frame. I also added a hexagonal shape thingy into the middle. And yeah. Then I cut out the sides for the side of the tank. When you're done, you should have something that looks like this. After that, I cut out a top piece and also a back piece. Now I made the turret? I'm really not sure. I mean, there's not that many information about this tank. I didn't really know if the turret on the top could turn or not, so I just made it static. Anyways, the turret is just a cylinder out of paper and cardboard. At that time I realized that the Bob Semple tank was actually a little bit, well, it wasn't fat enough, so I made it longer. Now I made all the guns for the tank. These are just toothpicks with hot glue. You can place the guns where the picture tells you to. And there are some guns on the back which you can't see, so I recommend using another reference image. Then it was time to make the most iconic thing about the Bob Semple tank. Its corrugated sides. Now, according to the people who built the tank, corrugated sides were better because they blocked bullets? Not sure about that. So, to make the corrugated sides, I just got some cardboard that's corrugated. This is done by just peeling some cardboard, just like how I make the tracks. Then I glued the corrugated plates onto the places where the corrugation was. After all that, I made the tracks. The tracks are just made by the same method, but instead I used longer strips. And when I was done making everything, I could actually paint the tank. I first painted it a dark green. Then, to copy the camouflage of the real-life Bob Semple tank, I painted on some brown too. Then I painted the tracks black. And when everything was dry, I glued on the tracks. And now you're basically done. So, I have no idea why you would ever want to make this tank, but thank you to General Mo and Boy for requesting this. Also, I'm going to be posting a stop motion called the Legendary Bob Semple tank with this video, so be sure to check it out. The next how-to video will probably be the mouse tank or the landing crafts, whichever comes first. Anyways, thank you all for watching.